we are in week 4. This is going to be workout number 11. This is going to be solely a leg day. So we're going to work on our butt and legs today. All you'll need is a pair of dumbbells. This is not going to be like the other circuits. It's going to be sort of like a weight training circuit. So we're going to stick with the warm-up and do 2 rounds. And then when we go into the exercise, I like to superset it. So I'll do 1 exercise, rest maybe a few seconds, and then 30 seconds, a minute, go into the other exercise, depending how heavy we are lifting today. And then we're gonna repeat that like 3 times. So it's only about 2 exercises, 3 times. We're going for rep ranges. We're going for a great connection. We're going heavy if you have dumbbells at home. So this is just gonna be a leg day. So I'm gonna bring you through how we're gonna warm up. I'm gonna be doing this with you actually. So I'm gonna shut up now and then I'm gonna voice over everything. So here we go. The first stretch is a Spiderman. So I'm leaving my leg down, trying to lift my chest up, trying to stretch my hip out, doing some circles. Then I'm switching sides, doing the same thing on the opposite side. Trying just to get my legs and hips loose because it was very early in the morning and I'm very tight. I do another stretch on each side. My hips were so tight I decided to just kneel and push my hips forward to try and alleviate some of the stress in my hip. And I'm just leaning through that, kneeling, thrusting my pelvis forward for this. Then I'm gonna just do some bridges to get some blood in my glutes. Do whatever you feel needed. I think I did about 10. This is just a warm-up, getting all the blood moving, getting our joints awake. Then I went into some dead bugs. I left my arms up and only moved my legs just to try and get my core and everything warm too. When doing lower body or any type of movement, you want to brace your core. So suck it in. So you don't want to be hunched over. That's the way that you hurt your back. You want to keep your core tight. So I'm just getting it a little bit warm, doing some moving my legs back and forth. You want to also make sure that you're pushing down into the floor, so you cannot stick a hand or anything underneath your back. My head is up also to engage it more. If you cannot do it with your head up, you can relax it down. And then we're just going to repeat the stretch again. Spidermans on each side, just stretching it, moving through the movement. You can do the kneeling stretch also, so it's supposed to be feeling it in the leg that's down. That's why you see me touching my hip, because that's where I'm feeling it. I'm pelvic tilting forward. I'm not just doing nothing and just kneeling there. I'm forcing my hips and glutes forward and trying to feel that stretch in the leg that's down. Then we're going to go to the bridges again. About 10 to 15, depending how warm you feel. And then dead bugs. Make sure your core is tight. we're gonna get ready for the first circuit here. So it's going to be just a squat. I'm putting the weights up on my shoulders. My legs are far apart, my knees are out, and I'm just feeling the movements. I'm doing about 15 reps for the first set with low weights. I'll show you from the side. Try and keep your chest up. Squeeze. I tried to rest them on my shoulders to see if that would feel better, but it didn't. So make sure you hold on to them. Okay, the next is the goblet squat. So you're gonna hold the weight in front of you off your body. You're not gonna have it lean on your body. Same thing. Sit back, push the hips forward and squeeze at the top. If you cannot make it to 90 degrees, put a chair or the couch behind you and make sure your butt is touching the couch. We're gonna do 15 reps here also. Okay, so I'm going up to heavier weight now for the second round. If you have weights at home, you can do this too. So it's going to be 15 reps of squats and 15 reps of goblet squats. 3 rounds, go at your own pace, do whatever you can, rest when you need, and here we go. Okay, we're gonna go into the next leg circuit. It's going to be weighted bridges. If you also have a band, you can put one over above your knees. We're gonna do 15 reps. Make sure to squeeze at the top. Make sure your pressure is in the entire foot and you're not up on your toes and your knees are separated out. So you're just gonna be squeezing really hard at the top. If you don't have dumbbells for this exercise, you can grab your child, an animal, or anything that you want to put on your waist at this point. The next exercise that we're going to go into are for the side booty. So you're going to hinge, like mini squat at the hip, and lift up the opposite leg. You're going to try and stay in that hinge position the entire time to activate the leg that's down. So I'm going to turn on the side so you can see how low I get. And I don't ever stand up fully at the top. If you don't have a dumbbell to use, you can always use a band, but that will definitely make it a little bit harder for you. So we're going to go for 12 to 15 on each side. Okay, then we're going to go and just repeat these rounds. They're going to be 3 rounds, rest when you can. It's weighted bridges and these side kicks. So go at your own pace. Let's get going. We're on to the last circuit of legs. It's RDLs. This one's a little bit difficult. You're going to hinge at the hips, push your butt out, keep your back flat, and when you stand back up, you're going to squeeze through. So you're going to push your hips back towards the top. So I'm showing you on the side so you can see my form. The dumbbells are going just below my knees to maybe mid-calf. And I'm hinging at the hip, keeping my neck in a neutral spot. My spine is neutral, my back is flat, and squeezing forward. So that's about 15 reps for that exercise. And And then if you have a chair, a bench, a couch, these are going to be Bulgarian split squats. So it's going to be 8 to 10 on each side. One leg is forward, one leg is on the bench. You're going to stand up as straight as you can. And then you're going to lunge. Now at the end of this, I am going to show you a modification. It's just going to be a standing lunge. See how straight I am? I'm not hinging forward. I'm not rocking at the hips. My leg is neutral. My foot is planted on the ground. And then switch sides. One side is always more difficult, so I'm trying to readjust myself to get this proper positioning. And then there we go. It's like a lunge, but the leg behind, instead of it being on the floor, is lifted. This is targeting your quads and a little bit of your glute. Now, if you cannot do that, you can either do lunges and bringing your foot back up or keep stationary. So I'm going to show you this stationary, and then I'm going to turn to the side. And keep your chest up again. So 3 rounds of this again. Go at your own pace. Do what you can. 15 and 8 to 10 for the next.